Hello, Emma. Thank you for sharing your insight with the Sustainable Procurement Pledge ambassadors. Really appreciate your time. So please introduce yourself.
Thank you for inviting me. So I'm Emma Peacock. I fell in love with procurement and supply chains on a cocoa farm in 2009, and since then I've been on an adventure working for Mars, sourcing cocoa, dairy, rice, sugar, you name it, something in our products. I've sourced it and led the teams doing it, and today I lead our procurement function for our Mars food business, and with that I have sustainability as part of my responsibilities.
Excellent. And what does sustainable procurement mean to you?
Yes, good question. If you think about the simplest offer that the procurement function has, is that we source and provide services and products that the business needs, and that we do that at a cost that the consumer values. Yeah. Our responsibility is to do that in a way that we can continue to source them and continue to buy them at a cost that the consumer values in the future. And that's the same for sustainable procurement for me. We have to be able to buy services and ingredients that are available in the future, and we have to be able to do it at a cost that's financially sustainable for the business. So it's no different, but the framing and the longevity of that is what makes it sustainable.
Excellent, well put. And what would be, say, 2 or 3 pieces of advice for someone else in sourcing who's looking to embed sustainability more into the work that they do?
Yes, well, there's a lot of advice out there. And I think two big ones. The first is applicable to any challenge I think we have at work, which is either be bold and go big, or be small and demonstrate what you can do with a friend at work, a friend at a supplier that's really going to make this happen for you. It might be a small case study, but don't try and do something in the middle. I think that's when it's hard, when you're trying to change everything in a progressive way. Either just be bold or just do a really small example and do it really well, and figure out what works in your organization, which is the one that they'll respond to most. And I've done both in places. Sometimes the small works really well because then everybody gets really jealous. Oh, why aren't we doing it? And then you convince the stakeholders. The second thing is remember what we are great at in procurement. And I think we are great at creating sourcing strategies that make sense for the business. Mm-hmm. We are great at setting up deals that deliver value over the long term. And we are great at putting the right people together, be that suppliers, be it internal partners, your R&D person, your finance person, I don't know what it is, but putting that group together to make things happen. And I think just go back to what we know how to do really well. Define what the strategy is to be able to source sustainably. Are we substituting the material? Are we buying it from a different origin, or do we need to reduce the impact in the origin that they're in? They're your 3 things. Work up a long-term deal. It's not going to work on a year. You need to think long-term in this context, and get the right people together. We know how to do all of those things. The problem's just slightly different, but anchor back to those.
That is brilliant. Thank you, Emma. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you.